Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Jazz. Josh and Isaac, we are back in the building. With unfortunately we didn't win yesterday, so I'm a bit low. But of course, yeah, we are back in the building. The preview: Man United away against Ipswich and it's really sad that we didn't win. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. The preview: Ipswich drawing with Manchester United in Amorim's first game in charge as the Manchester United manager. Don't forget the team only had 3 days, I would say 3 days to train and learn, adapt to the man's system. So, Josh, what's up? What's up?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm all good.
I was with you yesterday when the mood was. I think you see. I think I still look sleepy.
Yeah. Yesterday it was a bit difficult, but not very different from our expectations. We expected the players to perform the way they did. Okay, maybe slightly better, but we
I
didn't
expected a
expect them.
win.
Yeah. We thought that we shall be able to win games as we are learning how to play in the new way. But it wasn't to be. The players are a bit off, but yeah, you could tell. At least the manager has started to get his thoughts across really quickly, and it can only do better. Whether those are the same players who are there at United next season or not, it helps that the manager starts to get a rhythm of his own.
Well, I think a majority of us saw a bit of that yesterday. And by the way, pundits, some former now pundits, but former EPL players, to be specific, especially in the English media or in the UK media, have been coming out. I saw, who was it? I'm forgetting the name. Who came out and said Alan Shearer said it's going to take some time, and if players are serious, they will adapt to and they will learn everything. They will know how he wants them to operate. I'm forgetting who else. Was it Liverpool's Danny Mills? Is it Danny Mills?
Danny Murphy.
Danny Murphy, sorry, Danny Murphy. I read somewhere where he said the 3-4-3 is not going to work in the Premier League. He needs to switch up. And I'm
But
like, man,
Chelsea,
these
Antonio
guys.
Conte just won.
You talked about
Antonio
it.
Conte won a title
He
playing
referred to
three
that.
four
He did
three.
refer to that. I actually
Yes,
liked yesterday. I think you remember what I said while we were streaming. I enjoyed the fact that I could see what he's trying to do. I'm being honest, not banter. I failed to do that under Amorim. But yeah, it was a draw
Ten Hag.
at no, I'm saying yesterday. Ten Hag, sorry, Ten Hag. It was a draw yesterday. We didn't get the 3 points. We only got the 2 points, and not the best performance really. I thought we were going to cruise or win that easily. I mean, 16 points, currently seated in the 12th position, and Ipswich is in the 18th position, Josh, with only 9 points. That's
Yeah,
how
but
sad. That's why I feel sad.
no, for me it is not sad. I know that's where we are, whether you like it or not. As a Manchester United fan, you think that every game in front of you should be 3 points. But where we are right now is a bit very difficult, and you can only hope and pray that you get the 3 points. But most importantly, we are trying to find ourselves again. And there's so many things that the manager is going to learn at the club. I mean, you would have loved it for a manager to come in there and get the manager's bounce and win his first game, but it wasn't to be. And it was always going to be very difficult because of his ideas. The 3-4-3 formation is very, very demanding. So you wouldn't expect that players would get that right away. It is managers like, say, Sam Allardyce, Alan Padu, Dave Moyes, who would maybe walk into a club and get a result right away. This is because they play a very simple formation. They don't have the players don't have to download a lot of information. But
Mm.
information of the manager that we got, he was it was always going to be very difficult because the players have to actually download that information very fast. So if you find a very organized side like Ipswich was, it's not going to make it very easy for you. You can say the manager kept saying that it was difficult because he could see his players were on the pitch, but they were thinking a bit too much. And
Yeah.
that is,
He also
but
said it. He
yeah,
said
but
that they
that is
were thinking too much. They were
yeah,
trying to
but that is a
digest.
good thing. I think that
Well,
is a
it's
good thing because it shows you that they actually care for the ideas that they've been told. They've just not had enough time to rehearse them so that they become second nature. But when the game had just started, when the instructions were very fresh, you see, we got a goal in the first 80 seconds of the game.
yep. And of course, Rashford was on the score sheet. But generally, I think Ahmad and Mazarawi yesterday were our better players. Of course, not forgetting Onana. Onana really saved us. We could have conceded 2 or 3 goals, Josh, yesterday. Um, and when you say
For me, it's mm, sorry.
digesting and thinking, uh, the confusion yesterday among the players. I don't want to call it confusion. But okay, in others within the players, I understand because Amorim did mention that. But let's come to that, Josh. You were saying something.
No, that's
Let's
the,
come to
I
that
was
shortly.
just adding on that exactly because I was saying that it is difficult for me to pick a best player of a United side that was very pathetic like it was yesterday. I mean, you could see that they are trying to do certain things, but
Amorim
for
couldn't
me,
believe it.
the things
he's
that
been
they were trying to
he's
do
been
were
watching it.
okay, but
He's been watching it on screen. Yesterday he had that 3D. He was right there. He was at one point he was scouting, and he's like, "My God, what are these guys doing?"
yeah,
Game
but I
ended,
think
and he
it,
called them all. Come, let's go to the fans.
yeah, I think he liked what he saw in certain spells, and I like the way he talked after because it shows that he actually understands that these players are willing to do the things that he's telling them to do. They're just incapable of doing them because they've just not had enough training sessions in them for them
Yeah,
to be
that I
ingrained.
agree.
Yeah.
That I agree.
For instance,
Once again, Josh, please
you see
carry on.
what he said about Diogo Dallo. Diogo Dallo was playing in a system where he used to come in field and play from the midfield, invert, but now he has to remain in his position.
Stick to one position. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he has
correct.
to stick to his.
He also
So I
talked
mean,
about the same thing about Onana. He said Onana used to play a lot of long balls, but now short balls, and he needs to start from the back. Which actually he said, I think Onana it was Onana, Ahmad Diallo, and Mazarawi that he gave complete
credit.
credit. He talked about Onana, playing from the back. Of course, now not the long balls that he was used to. He was surprised that he adjusted so fast, and yeah, executed, did his job very well. Even the keeper, the saving. I mean, as a keeper too, saving shots from going into the net. Then, of course, Mazarawi. I think he did really very good as he was incredible as he was part of the CBs yesterday, right CB, right center back. He was exceptional for me. He did very well.
Mazraoui. No,
Yeah,
Mazraoui
Mazarawi.
was a wing back. It was
No,
Dallo.
no, Josh. Let me remember. Right center back.
See, Evans played in the middle, Delict and Dallo.
Mazarawi at
Dallo.
one point switched back, Josh. I don't know.
No, he was
No,
a wing back. Okay, at the point maybe when Luke Shaw entered, but Luke Shaw was never going to be a wing back.
cool. Look, sure.
Yeah, he played as a left-sided center back.
No, Josh. Yeah, Mazarawi played. He was part of the 3 defenders yesterday.
At
Dallo.
what point?
No, for real.
Dallo.
It was Evans,
Uh-huh.
Delict, and
Uh-huh.
Mazarawi.
And where did Delict play?
Delict was in the middle.
Yes, but in the
No,
middle
no, I
with
said
who?
right center back, in between
Yes,
Evans and Mazarawi.
Evans and Mazraoui. And
Yeah,
Dallo.
in between.
And Dallo.
Dallo was this other side
Which
as a
side?
wing back. Dallo and
Yes, you're
Amad
going.
Diallo.
No. Am-
Yep,
Amad Diallo was the wing back.
correct.
Yes. Dallo was the right-sided center back.
Josh, no. Double
Evans was
check.
playing through the middle.
Double check. Double check. Check. Double check. It was Mazarawi as the right. Double check. I'm going to eat your money, Josh.
No, by the way, I'm going to eat your money for
No,
nothing.
I'm going to eat
Okay,
your
now
money.
first give me your lineup. Give me your lineup real quick before I run you. I run my lineups through you.
You made the one that we had yesterday.
Yes, yes, please,
We had
quickly.
Onana. We had the three CBs, the licked in the middle,
Uh
and of
huh.
course we had Mazarawi
Mm-hmm.
as the right center back and Evans on the left side. Then we
Mm-hmm.
had Dallo as the what left left wing back, and we
Yes,
had Amad Diallo as the
yes.
right wing back. In the midfield we had Ericsson and
Oh yeah,
Casemiro.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah, yeah. Then
yes.
Ganacho, Fernandez, and Rashford.
Yeah, but Mazraoui was the one playing the wing back, not Dallo. Dallo was at the back.
No, Josh, I don't know. No,
Okay,
no, Josh.
okay.
We are going to come back to that. But yeah, Josh, I was saying, yeah, Nelson is right. Josh Dalot was the wing back. Nelson, we are coming to the comment section. Today I have
Yes.
Josh. You always squeezes me. Today at least I've squeezed him. Thank, thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. Yeah,
So
Nelson,
my
thank you. We're coming to
prediction
the
was right. Huh?
what? Sorry.
My prediction was right that Mazraoui would play at center back.
By the way, that's what your prediction. That was your predicted lineup
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
day.
that was my predicted
Yeah,
lineup
yeah,
because
yeah.
I
That
didn't
is
see Lenny
correct. He
Yoro
played very
playing.
well. His ability to progress the ball is top, Josh. He did very well.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
saw Amorim also praising him. Then, of course, we had Ganacho. Um, I think,
Oh, yeah. This is why. This is why. This is
yeah.
why I'm actually confused about that. Is because of the instructions that Dallo was given. You know,
Okay.
Dallo, much as he was a wing back, he played so deep. He stuck in his position. He was not
Eh,
going forward and stuff like
correct.
that.
Because he's
Only,
supposed to be there. That's what
yeah,
the
yeah,
manager
yeah,
is saying.
yeah,
He's used to
yeah.
going, yeah, running into the midfield. And yeah, Josh, we need a left wing back. We need one.
No,
We do.
no, we don't. We don't. We have enough. That is not the most dire position in the Man United squad. So I don't see a reason for us to be.
I
Uh,
think we need one.
no, we can have one, but it's not a desperate situation anymore. That's not the position that we need to change.
Maybe one thing, I think Ganacho maybe should be tried out as a wing back. Same thing that happened with Amad Diallo. Although I
There
think
is
Amad Diallo should play closer to the goal, Josh.
Amad
I mean, to
Diallo
me, he's
has
one
a
of our best attacking players. He should be
Amad
tried out in the what that position behind the striker.
Yeah, Amad Diallo has a good football brain, and Garnacho does not have a good football brain. So playing a wing back is really difficult. I mean, he's just a guy who runs through dark alleys and he uses his pace to actually get things done. Yeah, he has a bag of tricks every now and then, but his dribble is not good. His football brain is not good. I mean, there's so much that he has to learn to be able to play in a wing back position. And I don't know, there's like Rasta Stokes was saying yesterday, he has this
Oh, Rasta
inflated
Stokes.
ego. He has this inflated ego of a CR7.
He thinks he's
I don't
Cristiano
know.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, yeah, it would be a good thing if he aspired to actually be like him. But to think that he is him already, I mean, he just does the things that
I
he's
don't think that
doing
is
at
fair,
Man
guys.
United now.
I don't think that is fair. But
No, we
I
are
just don't
fans
think.
and we give you stick every now and then. You don't do the things that we expect you to do because you're one of our
Well, don't
brightest
go close to
players
him with a
going forward.
camera like what the other guy did. Do not go close to him with your phone recording and
No,
do
no,
what
no, no,
the
no.
other
Me,
guy did.
I'm using my platform to actually give you my thoughts because I don't understand um, why Ganacho continues to do the things that he does. However, I don't give him a lot of stick for yesterday's game, but I know that this is not a formation that can help him thrive.
Yeah, well, the subs made us better, Josh, yesterday. Joshua Zakzi, there was Rasmus Holland. Who else came in? Luke Shaw came
Rasmus,
in,
there
but
were
they made
four.
us better up front.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the midfield, oh my God, we lacked legs, Josh. We lacked legs in the midfield. Our midfield sucked. Casemiro, I think I hope Ugarte, of course, yeah, Ugarte came on. You could see the game completely changed. I think we should try out more of Ugarte and Kobe Maino. I love
Too
Casemiro, but I
soon,
think it's
too
time.
soon. All those players were not available. So how could
I
they
know.
have played? Yeah,
No, I'm
but
saying
I think
we should try out.
no, the manager will get it right. He'll get it right because I also don't think that Casemiro is bad in that position. What I saw yesterday that they used to do against under Eric Ten Hag, which I didn't like, is how committed they are when they are pressing. When they press, they are so committed that the two midfielders get lost. Casemiro and Eriksen often got caught up in the press, and they left a huge space of the in the middle of the pitch.
That is correct. I agree with you. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh, and Isaac. And yeah, it's the preview Ipswich against Man United. Josh, me, a quick summary.
Review.
Review. Oh my, geez, I said preview. Oh my God, sorry. That's how confused. That's how sad I am. Let me, guys, let's switch that up. Yeah, Josh, I wanted to give you a quick, but before I do that, what's your quick review, Josh? I mean, it's a summary of yesterday's game.
Uh, a summary of yesterday's game. There's a lot of new things that we learned about the players. We lacked intensity. There was an identity that the manager showed, but it was a very poor showing because the players were incapable of executing the game plan. You could see that the midfielders, Casemiro and Eriksen, were very felt very guilty of not giving the team a lot of movement because for this build up from the back to be effective, the midfielders have to make a lot of movements so that we can form triangles and boxes around these players so we can be able to move the ball into them. I saw Ganacho was actually at some point in the first half, Ganacho was making very good runs. You could see that he was instructed to make these runs whenever the ball was being built from the back, and Delict was in a position to play as a central defensive midfielder. Ganacho came from his 10 position and came a little bit in the midfield to receive this ball. So when the ball was played wide to Diogo Dallo, he just made a dummy run, and the ball was played into him for one of the chances that we had, which was a good thing. But as the game went on, you could see that the players were incapable of doing these things over time. They were not exerting themselves on the game. The application was really, really poor. We gave away the ball way too often, way too often. Actually, the people who are comfortable playing the ball were the people at the back because between Onana, Evans, Delict, and Mazraoui, they did see a lot of the ball, but there was not movements from Casemiro and Eriksen and Fernandez and Ganacho for them to get onto the ball. Because in that period when we're building from the back, if Casemiro and Eriksen have come to collect the ball, then Fernandez and Ganacho, who are our two tens, should come a bit in, should drop a bit in the midfield to form a box so we can be able to get passing angles. Then a triangle can be formed with, say, Eriksen and the wing back, and then Fernandez, so we can be able to advance forward and move the ball really quickly up front. But when we keep losing the ball the way we were losing the ball, there's no
Oh
way
my
the
God.
formation can work.
Yeah, I also think, as you mentioned earlier, and as Amorim said, it's correct. Players were overthinking on and off the ball due to the new setup and I mean the new formation, which made their play less fluid. It's understandable. I hope that changes real quick. They need to adapt so fast because I mean the league is not waiting. We're still down.
Yeah,
We need to get into the top six first, then go to the top four. The team itself lacked physicality, Josh, especially in the first half. Decision making under pressure is still very poor. We need to improve. A lot of improvement
I was so
is required. Yeah, yeah.
I was so surprised Ganacho stayed on for that long, because I don't think Ganacho would have come back in the second half if I were the manager.
As
I mean,
also, besides
he
the
was
goal,
so poor.
Josh. Besides
Yeah.
the goal, I also think Rashford shouldn't have. Anyway, yeah,
No,
he played how
you
many
see,
minutes? 63 minutes.
when I'm talking about Ganacho and you bring Rashford, you're juxtaposing to see who
No, no,
was
no, no,
worse.
Josh. No, I swear. No, no. This is
Let's first
different.
leave Rashford
This is
out of this.
different. This is
We shall
different.
tackle Rashford on his
This
own,
is
because
different.
no, we shall tackle Rashford on his own. But
That is
for
different. I agree,
Ganacho,
Josh. I agree. I agree. Ganacho, but
I just believe
no, I
Rashford.
think Ganacho made good runs. He made good runs.
No,
The only problem
yes, he did.
is
No, he's
decision
bad.
making. His decision making.
He has a
His
very
decision
poor
making is still
football
poor.
brain. He has a poor football brain. I mean,
But
it's
I like the
basic.
runs. I think he had shots.
He
How many
needs to
shots in the
learn.
first half?
No,
Two.
no, 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 no. Those very no, no, very poor, very poor. I mean,
But
actually,
yeah,
if you Ganacho
but
would have Ganacho, if Ganacho had played in Rashford in the first half, we would be 2-0 up, and then we would have more control. We would be more confident. Then we would calm down, and Ericsson would be able to control the game. Then we would be able to play, and maybe we would have had a chance to start to show the things that we learned on the training pitch, because there would not be as much pressure as then there was. But at 1-0, the pressure was still there, and
correct.
um, Ipswich was coming at us because they had a lot of intensity. They were up for the game, and they knew that McKenna almost knew that this is not a formation that the guys are going to learn real quick.
Yeah, and Josh, let's talk about how the team struggled to control the ball in the tempo of the game, losing possession unnecessarily. That was also a huge
Yeah,
problem.
it
Oh
was
my
bad.
God, it was
It was
bad.
bad.
Adapting.
Yeah, like I just said, as in that was the worst bit of all. As in, if you cannot keep the ball, you're not going to
I
be able to
know, and
play.
man, a draw isn't satisfying at all. But I mean, we need to focus on the long-term improvement, as Amorim said. I also noticed Man United players lacked the what should I call it? Yeah, decision making.
No, the decision making, it is what he said of the players were thinking too much,
Mm.
and that is understandable because they are playing a totally different style of football. So it is okay for them to think that much. But there are things in football they cannot teach you at
It's
this
just going to
level
be a long
when you're
season, man.
professional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to be a long season. I mean, I've even gotten off my high horse.
It's going to be a long season. And I liked Amarim's analysis right after the game. He said the new setup will, in other words, the new setup will naturally take time to click. Those were not the exact words, but I'm just saying, picking out a few. And while the physicality and decision making under pressure also raised eyebrows, I think it's clear, Josh, we focus on something permanent, because I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
but
because man,
when you
teams are not waiting for us, Josh. Teams are
no, no,
going. You
no, no,
see,
no. Me, I am
Liverpool
not.
is doing very well.
Don't right now. If you're Man United, and for you to have some sort of some sort of peace as a Man United fan, just
Mm.
calm down, get off your high horse, and don't look at other teams that are beyond you. Just rebuild yourself, take your own journey, and well, your own journey will lead you to being in a place that you can talk about yourself in the same breath with those other teams. But at the moment, if you start to compare yourself with Liverpool because of the points they've garnered,
No, I'm not
and
just
Man
comparing, but I'm
City and
saying,
Arsenal, I mean
Josh,
that
I
is
just don't like those teams winning. It's all I'm trying to say.
yeah, but it is where we are. They never liked us winning the years we used to win,
I
but
know, and
that's who we are, who we were. And
it's either
right now,
Amorim adjusts to his tactics to match the players, like how his other predecessors have done. But we've seen where
no,
that,
they shouldn't.
yeah, we've seen where that has led us to. Or, Josh, it's a massive clear out. bring players that understand his season, Josh, because
No,
otherwise it's
no.
going to be the same thing, Josh. It's going to be the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah. I
new
agree
coach
with
coming
you.
in,
I agree
you
with
know.
you. Manchester United. You see, me, I am not about that whole. It is a clear out. We are buying play. We are Manchester United. We are very capable club. I mean, even the summers that we've had all these managers, we've spent all that money. So I don't understand where someone says that. You know, we spent. There's no summer that Manchester United has not spent money. Even under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he brought in three players, where we look like we didn't spend money because we brought in one Bissaka, Harry Maguire, and another guy. We still spent about 200 million, you know.
Correct.
So I don't really I'm not one who looks at Manchester United is incapable. I mean, it would be a disaster if we let go of the players that we just got in and stuff. For me, I believe if Ineos does believe that Amorim is the right guy and they give him the leeway to do what he wants on the pitch, they should actually give him some rope to fight with, so he can
I
be
like
able to bring in the players that he wants.
I like that he pointed out Joshua Zaxi because he said he said at the end of the game we are around the box with two strikers. Joshua Zaxi has to understand that he has to get into the box for crosses. That is very, very spot on. And I like that he said it right there, point blank. He's not forgiving them. He's not hiding or
Yeah,
protecting
yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
giving them.
And I
He's
like
giving them
that.
to
I
them right
like
away.
that. Actually, I told you before that I didn't like the fact that Eric Ten Hag kept saying Martial was a very good player. But
Mm.
I also understood that at the time he said it, Martial was his only other striker available. I mean, he didn't have he had one playing, that was Marcus Rashford, but the other guy was Anthony Martial, and Martial was injured throughout the whole most of the season, but he kept hoping that he returns when he's in full of confidence. So he kept saying that we have a very good deputy on the bench and blah blah blah. He's coming back and shit like that. But I like the fact that Amorim just came out and pointed out the things that he pointed out, and I think that is a better way to communicate to the players. If he communicated that clearly to us, the fans who are watching his presser, then I
Mm.
do believe that he will clearly communicate his message across.
I
And
think
those
he
who
was
cannot,
loud. I think he
yeah,
was
and those
loud
who
in the
cannot
dressing
manage, they
room.
should leave.
Exactly. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. Sports Jazz. Shout outs to you. Rasta Stokes was with us yesterday. It was great. Nelson, the next stream, Rasta
Yeah,
Stokes, Sinan. Who else? Who else? He just need a
Nelson,
stable network.
Ziad.
Ziad, Ziad. We need to get a watch along, all of us around, and we cheer up. We see those who are. I mean, me, I'm a
But
goals guy.
losers.
If goals are not going in,
Oh,
it's bad.
Taji.
Taj, of course, Taj is a Liverpool fan. He will always be
Yeah,
there
yeah,
to
it
mock us.
doesn't matter. He's a football fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He will always be there to mock us, and it will be great to have him on so that we go bare. And he promised going bare knuckle on you, Josh,
I'm
against Chief.
waiting. I'm waiting.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. Yeah, Josh, Ipswich versus Manchester United yesterday was a flat and underwhelming display, honestly. And of course, it's not on Amorim, but looks like the squad he has inherited lacks the technical ability to execute his style of play effectively. But again, it's very soon. Hopefully, with time, players adjust, and those that do not understand what he's saying, they need to leave. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter who
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is; they need to leave right away.
Yeah, the club should allow him to actually get rid of them.
Yeah, and just again, I would love to see Amad Diallo. As we said, he's trying out things. Amad Diallo playing in the number 10 role, or rather as a number 10. Uh, I mean, he was missed yesterday. I felt like we missed that up front because he
Yeah,
was
but then what do you do? Look at the players that we had. We
no
didn't
players are
have.
back, Josh. Players are back.
No, you see, in your mind they're back, but in the mind of the demands that are required by the manager, he doesn't feel that players who have just come back like Lenny Yoro, Terrell Malasia, Luke Shaw should be able to play 90 minutes. That's why I chose Mazraoui to play at center back that time, because I didn't see how he was going to bring in Lenny Yoro to play. So I think with Lenny Yoro playing, or Luke Shaw now that he's back, Mazraoui will go to that position, and Amad Diallo will be used as a 10.
I agree. And yo, by the way, the first goal had Amorim's blueprint written all over it. You know,
Exactly. The ball
and
started from the back, played to the
yeah,
wing back,
it
played
was a
to
3-on-2 situation in Ipswich's box where Rashford and Garnacho
Garnacho and
pinned the
Dallo.
center backs, leaving Dallo wide open. It was a nice tap in. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah,
That's
and
beautiful.
guess
And I
what?
hope we get more of that. I hope we get more of that.
Guess what? The way that the movements that you see, because the instructions were fresh in the minds of the players, the
Mm.
movements that were done in that phase of the game for that goal, they were so spot on that we stretched the back line of
Ipswich.
Ipswich. And by the time we scored the goal, Tuanzembe, who was playing as a right back, was now the center back. So Rashford managed to get into the two center backs, and Ganacho was also pinning at Tuanzembe, and Dallo was also very free to score that goal if it had gotten to it. So I don't think that the players will be able to eventually um, get these patterns of play. But the
Yeah,
movement was good.
the movement was good, but man, the
Yeah,
midfield.
but the players, they don't have the intensity. They don't
No,
have.
they don't. And with both Casemiro and Ericsson unable to receive on the half turn, carry the ball forward. Oh my God, it was poor, 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 poor. The side passes and everything. It was poor, but I hope we do better. I hope we do better. I hope we pick up. We learn from this. And
Yeah,
yeah, I can't wait for the next game. I can't wait for the next game. I
you
mean, I
see
can't
what
wait
he
for the.
said about Mazraoui.
Yeah, yeah, he
Uh,
gave him credit.
Mazraoui is so smart. He can play anywhere. The type of player is so crucial for our future.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a guy. That's a real guy.
That Dallo said on Ruben Amorim's instruction. He said, sprint back and be really hardworking, give an option, and don't be afraid to have the ball. The message he gave to everybody was clear. He wants us to have more control of the games, and that's what we want to do as well. Then, of course, Amorim also said we start very well, but then we should have more possession with the ball and kept more of the ball. Sometimes you have more of the ball in the defense, and the rest of the guys were too stuck because they were thinking, where should they be? We will speak then again. Dalo say we will speak on Monday. We will do the recovery and speak. Then I feel comfortable. I've played on the left a couple of times now, and the system is good for this club. I've played
Yeah.
with three center backs before. No player right now. Right now, they all need to be ready because
I
it
think
looks
I
like.
think the best
Because remember,
players
at
we
one point
still
he
have.
said he can be ruthless when he decides to be ruthless. So they have to be very, very careful, man.
There's no manager who can be successful when he's not ruthless.
He has to be. Yeah, rather they
Yeah.
have to be very, very
Okay,
careful.
maybe you can say Ateta. He's ruthless with nothing, but that is more
Uh,
about the club that he manages than the guy.
just that is not cool. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all.
No, I just said it, then I remembered there's one.
I'm trying to read something here. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Roma is United have intensified their efforts to sign Queda. I know you brushed it off, Queda, and are preparing
No, I
for an
didn't brush
offer
it off.
50M plus bonuses for next summer. But
Yeah,
it's
I
next
didn't
summer,
brush
Josh.
it off. Yeah, is a good buy, but why? Why are we buying a right-sided a right-sided a wing back. We have Mazraoui and we have Dallo in those positions. We need a left back. We don't need
Mm.
a right-sided wing back. Yes, he's a very talented kid. He's good and all these things, but we are not desperate in that position. I would love Queda to be at the club and let go of some of the baggage that we have. But I would rather sign a striker. I would rather sign Jokeres in the summer because that's where we
Taji,
have
Taji,
problems.
Taji, Taji, what up? What up? What up, Taji? What up, High Studios? Nelson, we're coming. We're going into the comment section. You're saying you'd rather have Gyökeres.
Yeah, I would have Gyökeres all day, every day of the
Gyökeres.
week, but I don't know about Queda because Queda,
Well,
I have Dalo playing as a wing back. I have Mazraoui playing as a
Mazarawi.
wing back. You know,
Mm. Well, he's still
I have
17
a
years old,
Mad, I
Josh.
have a Mad
Squad
Diallo
depth.
playing as a wing
Squad
back.
depth, Josh. You see how we
No,
fidgeted yesterday. Squad depth.
let me tell you
Uh,
one thing.
and he's still
I,
17 years old.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing. A kid who is 17 years old who is a starter at Sporting Lisbon and has tested success, you bring him to Manchester United as a bench player, you've only killed that talent. You will never realize it
I
at
don't
your
think he
club.
would be a bench
If you
player.
bring, yeah, if you bring such a player, he has to start. He has to start. That's how you can develop that talent.
I,
Other than
okay,
that,
Josh. Is he, yes or no? Is he better than our current wing backs or no?
who is our current wing backs?
No, you just
Amad
mentioned
Diallo.
Mazarawi. No, no, no,
Amad
no, no.
Diallo
Okay,
played
no,
there.
okay. Is he better than
You see,
Mazarawi and Dallo or no?
no, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
Okay, let's move on.
He's not. He's
High
not. He's
High
not that.
Studio says United players are not good to play in tight spaces. Welcome Amorim to the toughest league. Man, it's the toughest. I think he also said that. Josh, yeah, was wing back. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a belief that Amorim will abandon his formation
Yeah. It's
because of
demanded
the
result.
demanded results. Man,
Yeah, and his
I hope
contract
he
is very
doesn't.
short.
I hope he doesn't, Josh. Otherwise, he's going to mess up. I hope he sticks to his guns.
That's what happened to Ten Hag. I mean,
No, Ten Hag
he
abandoned
abandoned
his. Come
his.
on,
Yeah,
abandoned
that's what
very
I'm
fast.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But
and
he abandoned it because of the circumstances that were there. First of all, he started the first two games. He lost 4-0 and 2-1. And then he realized quickly that maybe the players were incapable to do the things that he wished for them to do. Then he
well,
switched it up, and we were just winning games.
Taji says Onana man of the match. That is correct. He was
You know
incredible.
what
What up,
that
Taji?
means
What up,
when
Taji?
Taj is the one who has written that. I don't know if you got it.
Amorim just said after the game, he said it is hard for the players in 3 days to try to cope with everything. But we have two ways. We have two ways. We forget about the new idea, and I think that's why I was brought here in the middle of the season. We try to cope with what we are used to doing, and next year at the same stage, we will be here with the same problems. Or we start now, we risk a little bit, we suffer a little bit, and next year we will be better at this point. So we have to risk it all. In other words, he's not switching to whatever they are telling him to do. I
He
like
had
that.
better not. He had better not. But then you have to be lucky, like Heights Studios pointed out. You have to be very lucky for results to go your way because we are going into December where you will play about 10 games. And if you keep losing a game every other day, I mean, even you as a manager, you're going to beat yourself up and change a few things.
Taj is laughing because he said, you know what that means if it comes from Touch.
Yeah. I do know. I do know. But I'll get you. I'll get you.
Yeah, his time is coming. His time is coming. His time is coming. What did I want to say? We'll speak on Monday. No. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. We are looking at the game Ipswich versus Man United. And of course, that was a draw. Very, very sad that it was a draw. But yeah, not so bad. At least I'm happy. I'm happy that Onana, sorry, not Onana. Amorim was involved. You could see him almost I don't know. Do you remember? He even got off the bench. You know, sad. He was squatting, looking at these players messing around, doing funny, funny, silly
I think
things,
the
and
winner, I think
he
the
didn't
winner
smile
is,
at all at the end of the game. Josh,
I think the
did you
winner
see how he
was,
called them? Who was
I
the
think
winner?
the winner was his instructions to Joshua Zagzi when he was coming on. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
the
he
guy
still failed to
almost
do
stole
that.
that. I think he almost stole that page in the playbook.
That is correct. But yeah, very unfortunate that we got a rather a point. It's not something I can settle for because it's not really nice. Taji says, "You're right, Josh. If he sticks to his guns, lose every other game, he'll have to change things up, and that is where it will be or a die situation. Rather, it will be a do or die situation. And this is what Taji wants, by the way. He wants us to keep losing. Then that is what he wants.
Yeah, but you see, it
We are
was just
sticking to a 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. Did you see how it was every time they were going at they were trying to attack? Formation
yeah,
says
but
3-2
I
and
think we're going to
5.
get it. We're going to get it
Yeah, we're going to get it.
if we have Ugarte, and Fernandez also has to find his feet, because I think
He
there's
was
so
locked
much.
out of the game yesterday.
Yeah, there's so much information that has been given to him, because I understand Amorim does not like him to play the long ball. He prefers him to play on the ball, because he's actually very good on the ball. You see, even when he had a very shaky game yesterday, he still assisted Ahmad, who
Well,
assisted Rashford.
hmm,
Yes.
let's wait and
So I
see. Let's
mean,
wait and see. Yeah,
we have
but
to make clever movements.
it's a reality, Isaac. That's for any coach.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping time
Sure,
is going
I
to
agree with
come.
you
I'm
100%.
hoping time is going to come, and I'm reminding the same thing, and I'm trying to console Taji, trying to tell him, you
Taji,
know what,
yeah.
Taji, this happens. You know, it's
He
a
will tell
reality.
you, he will
Things are
tell
not
you
working
his,
out.
he will tell you his 8 points ahead of City, because
Well,
maybe by that time that we find ourselves, he will have won the trophy already.
well, let's wait and see. Taji says that's why I was telling Josh, it won't be easy for Amorim in the EPL with a team like yours. It's tricky. Agreed,
And you know,
agreed, agreed.
Amorim would do very well at Liverpool with his 3-4-3.
Taji,
No,
that
the
is not
players,
me.
no, the players have the energy, they have the intensity. They can, you know, players
I'm not
like
saying it will
Curtis
go bad
Jones.
for you, but it's just tricky situation at Man United. Sinan, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Come and roast Taji for us. Taji is here roasting us. He's having fun. But yeah, Josh, I'm looking at the stats here yesterday. Shots on target. Sorry, shots 11-11 on target. Ipswich had 6, United had 4. Possession 40 for Ipswich, 60 for Man United. And the passes 424 for Ipswich and 649 for Man United. I think we're used to that. And we are
Yeah,
used to that, Josh. And our next game, Josh, our next game, uh, let me look at our next game. We're playing on Thursday, by the way. We're playing in Europa against Bodo Glimt. Then
yeah.
on Saturday, we shall be playing against Everton. Then on Thursday, Josh, it will be Arsenal. We shall be at the Emirates.
Oh,
You know,
sorry for them.
already.
Sorry for them. We're coming to town. At least we would have had 3 extra games.
See now, Josh, you're sending Amorim to.
No, just the formation, not Amorim. Amorim is my guy.
Sinan doesn't want anything to. Sinan doesn't want anything to do with Liverpool,
Sinan, Amorim
Arsenal.
is going to whitewash Arsenal in fourth.
Oh, come on. Really? Really, Taji? Really? Really? It was even a deflection. Really? Really? Josh, it was the Jamaican who scored that cracker.
I know, I
Omar,
know,
Omari,
I know,
Omari
I
Hutchinson.
know. You see, I wanted to tell Rasta Stokes,
Omari
but
Hutchinson.
at that time, I just couldn't tell him. He was so pissed. I
That's
wanted
a
to tell
stocks.
him, yo, yeah, I wanted to tell him, yo, by the way, Omar is Jamaican too.
So in other words, Taji had every right to celebrate yesterday.
I know, I
Taji, that
know.
is not fair. Taji, that is not fair. That is not fair. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do subscribe, share the videos, turn on the notifications. Josh, you were saying it's going to be an easy ride when we visit the Emirates.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling Sinan that Sinan, worry not. We're going to go to the Emirates on 4th,
Hmm?
and
No,
I know
5th,
that
5th December.
5th. I know that guy is going to park his lorries and
Actually,
buses,
it's
but
4th. It's 4th, correct, 4th. But where I am, it will be midnight, so it shows 5th, but it's 4th, correct.
oh yeah,
Uh, man, we have very hard games, Josh.
yeah. That's why I was telling you that the guy might
I mean,
just have to switch it up just to get
because
through
if it's only
that period
EPL,
in
one, two,
December.
three, 4, 5. The next 5 games, we are playing City, we are playing Spurs, we are playing Arsenal, all away. Those are the last 3 games, EPL game. Because the first, there are 5 games. First is actually, let me, 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. The next game is Everton. The third game, of course, I said third game under Amorim is Arsenal away. Then Nottingham Forest home. Then Man City away, Spurs away. Then we play Bournemouth. You know, Bournemouth has been killing big clubs this season. We've seen it. They whooped Arsenal. They whooped Man City.
Yeah, but for
And
us, this season we're a small club, so we shall beat it.
I like how you keep saying that, but when the weekend comes, it's a different result. Every weekend, it's a different result. Uh, Yes, Adieri, shout outs to you, Adieri, shout outs to you. We are trying, we are trying to get them out. I 100% believe in Amorim. I also believe in
Same.
Amorim. And he said he's been talking so much, he's been doing a lot of interviews more than he ever done. He's all what? Entire career or at Sporting Lisbon? His whole entire career at Sporting Lisbon. Only the few days he has been Josh, I can't hear you. Only the few days he has been at Man United. He's
Yeah,
done
they should
more
never.
interviews.
I don't think the United should allow Gary Neville to be interviewing him again, even if it's for Sky Sports or some shit like that.
Oh, Josh, come on,
Those are yes. Why
you
those
need the
are
media. You need the media.
no? You don't. You don't speak to the one before games and after games, and Man United TV, and that's it.
No, Josh, you need the
These
media.
things that Gary Neville has come with his cameras. Sky Sports wants a show. Don't give them a show. We are too busy.
Well, you have to do well. Otherwise, if you keep and it's Man United, come on, you know it's always going to attract
Just
attention. What do
say
you expect?
no. Just say no. I don't have time for your Sky Sports news and stuff like that, interviews. I only give Man United that if I want to give an interview, I give Man United TV an interview, then I will go to
Not everyone
post
watches
game.
Man United TV, Josh. It's
It
only
does
Man
not
United
matter. It
fans.
is. I'm a Man United. I'm not doing the interview for everyone. I'm doing the interview for Man United.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Gary
yeah.
Neville, I don't know if Neville ever watches this, but if he does, we
Yeah.
shall.
Never, please stay away from Carrington with your cameras. Just go to have a cup of tea with the manager, but leave your cameras away. Let the guy work. We have
Yeah,
so little time.
tell him, Taji,
Yeah,
tell him,
let the
Taji,
guy work. Let the guy work.
tell him, Taji, tell him.
No, you see, Taji, speak to the media, right? But at the periods, you need to speak to the media, not every other. Because I saw that interview with Gary Neville was for Sky Sports, right? It wasn't for
Correct.
MUTV. Yes.
No, yeah, correct.
So, I mean, that one he can omit. Because the
Let's
guy
wait
is
and see,
telling you
Josh.
that he has spoken to the media much more than. Yeah, I know there's that mandatory stuff like that, but where it is not, he shouldn't be speaking to them.
Well, let's wait and
I
see. Let's
know
wait and
about the
see.
BBC. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know some outlets have mandatory interviews.
But they need
But
Josh. They need
where
the
it's
media.
possible, please, Gary Neville, just let the guy be.
Like he's going to watch you.
He will watch someday.
He's going to watch you, Josh.
He will watch
Uh,
someday.
I love the way Amorim was humbled. Hey,
Hey,
Sinan, really?
yo, he was humbled. He was humbled
The-
properly. He could not believe, yo. He could not
no,
believe as in guys were that poor.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. It wasn't about the result, but how poor the players were. Sinan, let me
Great.
put this back on. I love the Amorim. He came out and said, "I'm not doing any more interviews. This is enough. We need to concentrate."
That's what I'm telling you.
I think it's in there. It's in the contracts. It
Yeah,
is. It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Josh knows that too. By the way, he's
Yeah, it
just trying
is.
to
It is.
play.
No, I'm just
He's
I'm making a plea to Gary Neville. I mean, like, hold up, hold up, hold up. I mean,
Wallan, eh?
yeah,
You're telling
hold
him to
on,
Wallan.
hold on.
I'm trying to look. There's oh, by the way, Lisandro Martinez is expected to be out for around 2 to 3 weeks. Spinal injury. Josh.
Oh my God, I told you there was a problem with his back.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, remember, yeah, you said.
Yeah, I could see him on the pitch. Every time he fell down, he took a bit of time to get up.
Then Lenny Euro has not suffered a setback despite not being involved against Ipswich. He is continuing planned reintegration following the injury he sustained during preseason.
He should come
Uh,
back against Arsenal. Those are the guys that killed him, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he should come back against Arsenal.
he
Actually, the
should. He
game
should.
before Arsenal.
Just remember I told you, but he's getting used to the system. Well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
English and the English press. Let him lose 2 games back to back. You'll see what they will do to him.
No,
They'll eat him up for breakfast.
they will go to the players. They will go to the players. They will leave out Maguire. They will leave out Rashford. You know the way they talk about Rashford when he's not at it. They don't talk
Yeah,
about
but
it.
if Rashford
They don't.
wasn't English, oh my god!
They don't
You
talk
see what
about
they're
him.
doing at Joshua Zaxi?
Yeah.
The way they're going
They
at him.
they don't talk about Rashford to leave the club. They talk about the manager to put his arm around Rashford. What bullshit is that? What bullshit is that? The manager doesn't need to do Rashford any favors. If Rashford wants to stay at Manchester United, he should merit his place. But for me, Ganacho is the guy that the manager should be concentrating on. I think they should get a specialist to improve
Who?
his
Ganacho?
IQ. Yeah.
Josh, stop.
No, 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 no. They have to improve his football brain. So he's still young. He can learn. Rashford is past it. But at 20, he can learn. He can learn to do certain things. He can learn very good movements on the pitch.
Uh,
But the
Chido
guy
Obi.
just wants to run. You know, you do remember that incident where Rashford laid it off for him, but he bypassed it because he
Yep.
just wants to run. Zero football intelligence. Headless
Wallan,
chicken.
Josh, Wallan.
Man,
Chida Obi Martin is with
I was
Manchester
here thinking
United's
big things are coming, but
Wallan. Chida Obi Martin is with Manchester United's under 19s on their flight to Amsterdam today ahead of their UEFA Youth League qualifier first leg against AZ Alkmaar or As Alkmaar. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. A lot of, and of course, Dallo yesterday said he was talking about Onana. He said that's why he was signed so he can make saves like that, and helped us like he's doing this season. He's very good. I feel comfortable. I've played on the left several times. The system is new for the club, but I've already played with 3 center backs defenders, so I can adapt very quickly. I think I already read that. Um, Josh, okay. What do you think we should do to improve Josh?
a lot more training on the pitch.
More training on the pitch?
Yeah, more training. We need a bit of time. We should use these games as preseason games I know
Yeah,
preseason you have more days to train, and there are very few days to train right now,
correct.
since there are so many matches coming up. But we should use this period as a preseason. At least by January, we start to play some good football.
Well, after losing how many games?
That's the tricky one we've been talking about with Taji and Hyde Studios. That sometimes the manager will have to change just to stop bleeding. You remember, I'm a fan of Jose Mourinho, and I like Jose Mourinho because he's not. He doesn't eat that bullshit of the media of what is your identity. He's a guy whose identity is seen in every football match, but it is different.
Correct.
He just
That is
plays the
correct.
opponent. So
That is
this is
correct.
a type of guy who is needed in the moment to just play the opponent. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a very good manager's bounce because he didn't have any notes with him. He just came in and motivated these players, and he hoped that these players will keep doing the things that he wants them to do.
Sinan has a question for you. What happened to the Amorim? Well, you could give us another vibe, another. What happened, Josh? I can't hear you.
He's coming back. He's coming back. He's dead
Man,
day. He's dead
Sinan, you
day.
do not forget.
Why? He's dead day. He's dead day. As in, it will take some time, but he's dead day.
Yeah, just real quick. Games that did happen. I'll go into other results. Leicester was beaten by Chelsea 2-1. Wolves thrashed Fulham 4-1. Brentford and Everton, we called it draw. 0-0. Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Arsenal won 3-0. Good to see, by the way, Saka back on the score sheet. Bournemouth was beaten by Brighton 2-1. Then, of course, Crystal Palace and you said who? You said it's a draw, by the way, and I said Villa would win. It was a draw against Villa against Crystal Palace 2-2. And the highlight of the weekend was Man City being trashed and thrashed by Tottenham Hotspurs 4-0. Oh my God. At the Etihad Stadium. That was quite embarrassing. That makes 5 losses for Pep Guardiola back to back. First time. It has never happened. It has never. Well, also, and he just signed an extension, Josh. Do not forget. Some are saying it's the curse of the Ballon d'Or. Rodri.
The cheated one. No,
Yeah, the
but
cheated one. Liverpool beating
he can
Southampton
also tell you.
three.
He can also tell you that he's the same manager who has won 4 trophies in a
I
row,
know
4 Premier
in a
League
row.
trophies in a
He
row,
can
and
also
it has never been done before.
he
But
can pull up
all you can
colors too.
say is Madison had the greatest of birthdays. He was making his 28th birthday, and he bagged a hat trick
Mm.
against Man City at the Etihad Stadium. So I mean, that was very beautiful for him.
It was actually it was two. It was a brace. Poro scored the third one,
It was a
and
hat
of
trick,
course,
yo.
no, Josh. It was a brace, and Johnson scored one. Don't
Oh,
by the way,
Brennan. Oh, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do not forget Liverpool. I like their game. The comeback was great. That comeback was superb. They won 2. They won 3-2. Then of course today we have Newcastle and West Ham playing. Real quick comment section. Wow, I love the way Josh is talking today. Sinan, who is using your phone? Is it Taji that is using your phone
I
today?
know,
What's up?
eh?
Who's using your
Yo,
phone?
man, I got up my high horse, man.
They are
I know
coming.
now things are going to be very different.
They are coming to Anfield. I know. I know.
Please
Well,
beat
let's hope
them.
they don't upset. Sorry, you want it to be 6 in a row.
No, I don't care for Man City or Liverpool. I don't even care about what the result. All I care
Josh is
about
pissed.
is
Ladies and
Amorim
gentlemen,
to.
Josh is not happy.
No,
The
I
fact
just
that
want
Amorim
Amorim
is
to
gonna
get
make wonders
his
at
things.
United,
Yeah,
but we
whatever
just have to give
happens
him
with
time.
Liverpool and Man City, I don't care whether they draw, you know, Man City or Liverpool. I don't know if they can lose when the game is 10-10. I
Taji,
don't.
that is Josh for you.
They should both lose.
I wish that was possible. I wish that was possible. But I know right now Taji is smiling because yo,
But I would rather Taji wins the game than Man City winning five Premier League titles. So Liverpool can
Uh,
equal the 2020, and we can
uh-uh.
have more. We can have more momentum, more anger
My
to win
God,
21 and
Liverpool
go
has
ahead of
31
them.
points, 8 points ahead of the second, and that is Man City with 23 points. Then you have Chelsea and Arsenal and Brighton in the fifth, all 22, tied 22 points. Spurs
Yeah,
19 in the
but
sixth
you,
position, Forest
if you,
seventh. Yeah, Josh.
Taji, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Brennan Rodgers season, the SSS season, Liverpool went for Christmas ahead of the second place team. They were on top of the table, but by the time the season ended, I think Chelsea won that title.
That is correct. You
It's
know,
not so bad from for Man City. Yes, they're 8 points away, but Man City beats Liverpool over the weekend, and it's just 5 points. Normalcy has been restored.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Taji says that's true. Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But I mean, Man United, really, we need to step up. We need to do better. The players need to adapt very, very fast. We do not have time to wait for 5 games, or rather, as we do not have time to wait until January. Liverpool is winning. Man City
We're going
is
to
going to
have
get
to.
back to its winning games. Arsenal is already back to winning ways. Spurs is crushing big teams. Uh, I mean, teams like Nottingham Forest, Newcastle shouldn't be ahead of Manchester United. They shouldn't be anywhere close to where. Okay, maybe they should be there. I don't care, but United should be in the mix when it comes to top four, not even top six. I don't want to listen to that nonsense of top six. But this can only happen if the players get their shit together.
And they won't. We slept on the job for way too long. So
Yeah,
we slept on the job
we
for way
lost three
too long. So
games.
it's impossible.
We lost with 3 games left, but the gap wasn't 8 points still. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how things go. I hope. I mean, I hope United really step up, man. I'm tired of being on the losing side. I'm tired of being sad because my team isn't performing well. Gerald. He says Gerald sleep against Gerald sleep against Gerald sleep against Chelsea, and of course he says the lost what? Ah, the loss
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
Palace.
That game they lost to Crystal Palace.
Mm, the game they lost at Crystal Palace. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. Shout outs to everyone that has been streaming with us, man. We will be back tomorrow same time. Yeah, Taji, you're the man laughing this weekend. Kudos, congratulations. 8 points. Who knows? Tables, things can always change. Sinan, thank you for having a go at Josh. He was promising us how things are going to be. I don't know, but it looks like things didn't turn out as expected. Josh, we can't hear you. Then Suarez cried. Yeah, that is true. He did. Suarez was also by the way, he is up to now still a crybaby. Taj, pan not. I don't want you to think, or rather to say otherwise, but he is. But yo, love you, Tajiman. Love you, Sinan. Everyone on the stream. Shout outs to you, Adieri, Nelson, Heights Studios. Uh, bigger, brother. All of you, stay blessed. Please do subscribe to Sports Jazz. Turn on the notifications. Cheers. See you very soon.